Hi, I'm Ron Landis. Welcome to my mobile studio. Yeah, this is my mobile studio. This is a 2000 Chevy Express van. I bought it from my neighbor, I guess about 7 years ago or more. And I ripped out the passenger seats and made way for a mobile engraving studio. This bench has pretty much everything and a few other things that my regular bench inside doesn't have. I've got two sharpeners here. This is the GRS power hones. I really like these. I set up one with a really coarse diamond grit, and I use that. I do a lot of die work, so I'm using these finishing stones to smooth out cuts, and I have to keep them kind of sharp, so I use one as a lap so I can sharpen them up. These things are so coarse, so you can actually use them by hand. You don't even need the power horn. It's just a little quicker. And I use those for, like here's a little bat die I'm working on. I can get in, smooth out chisel marks or grinder marks, get your better contours. So, I have a little box of stones. I have the same box inside. I have pretty much identical. The only thing I don't have is the Lindsay tool. These are pretty expensive hand pieces and all the bits to go with them. So I have a small box that I move these back and forth along with the sharpening templates that I use for them. But yeah, I'm complete here. I can do die work, jewelry work. I use it a lot during the season when I play in a touring band called Opelagafi and the Sweet Nothings, and we do a lot of touring during the summer usually, not this year, but so we've done a lot of festivals, and I like doing them, camping out. Some days we have rainy days, so I set up my engraving bench. I get a little work done, and sometimes I engrave these little souvenirs for people, and sentimental pieces. Sometimes we set up. Next year we'll be setting up booths at a lot of these, so I'll have my complete engraving bench. I can personalize pics or whatever. But I even have the same organizer box with pretty much the same gravers. These are all my push gravers, flats, rounds. This is kind of my main graver I use for nickel carving. It's just a really wide thing with a slight round on the bottom. I've got them in two different widths. And these are my main. I use these a lot in die engraving too, where you want a gentle contour like the side of a face or something. So yeah, up front. In fact, I've got about 6 or 8 of these boxes. I made one. I got some interest from some other engravers. So we've got about 6 or 8 of these in the works that we're going to be finishing up soon and offering them for sale. I got one in curly maple with purple heart trim. It looks pretty nice, and a couple of walnut and mahogany ones. But that's just another product line we want to get into. I've got a whole wood shop. We want to be making organizer boxes for engravers and jewelers, and also make mandolin stands and banjo stands, along with a few other ideas that I've had. And anyway, that's kind of it. I use a Measure microscope here. I can magnify up to about 45 power width. I've got a reduction lens on here that I can take off, and I can get up to 45 power, which is way too much. So you put a 50% reduction lens on it. That gets your field of need it far enough away from the piece that you can, you got enough room for your hand in there. So yeah, this bench I set up. Also, what I've done is I made an attachment, so if I need to do pierce work, or like I can bring my picks with me and do the trimming and sawing. Oops. Push that aside or raise it up. And then I screw this in. So I've got a V board here for cutting. Yeah, jeweler saw. But it takes a couple, just 2 screws and holds it in pretty solid. And yeah, so it works pretty good. Like I said, I've got pretty much, I can do anything in this on this bench as I can on the inside, except a surface grinder. I kind of miss that sometimes for die work. But anyway, that's my van. Oh yeah, I also got a microwave oven, so I can pretty much self-contained. I got a bed in here, upper storage. When I travel, I have an amplifier and a pedal board and usually about 6 or 8 instruments with me. So I throw all those up there, and I got a little living space down here. And I really love this van. A lot of times I'll come work out here just on a nice day like this too. I'll open these, I can open up those upper windows and get some air moving through. I got a little portable heater. I can heat it up if it gets cool. But yeah, works pretty good. Even got a sign here. In case I forget who I am, I can hang my sign up. And flex shaft, it's just, you know, I got everything I need, all my burrs. I got little, you know, all my other tools back here. So that's about it. Alright, that's my mobile studio. Thanks for checking it out, and remember to like us on Facebook and Instagram, and remember to subscribe. We'll be having a subscription drive pretty soon, so stay tuned. We're going to be having some cool prizes if you can get us some new subscribers.